Okay. This is Spyro, in case you weren't aware.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the artisan world. Then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first.
I don't think I'm gonna do all the little dragon rescue movies. Just gonna kind of blaze through this. Not a speed run because I'm not that good, but not a casual playthrough necessarily either because I have played this about 3,000 times. Hold on. Okay. Wrong tree. I am going to try to get every single gem though. Just because that's the only way I know how to do it. I can't force myself to miss things in this game. Crash I can. This I can't. Crash is easier to miss things in. This one is going to be a difficult flying level because, oh god, I'm starting here. It's supposed to be hidden until later when there's a character like 3 worlds from now that tells you about it. But I just know about it, so I'm gonna do this first, just to get it out of the way, I guess. I don't have like any kind of way, like any kind of route planned, which might fuck me over, but we'll see. That was not good. These are the low point of the games, in my opinion. Like all of the games, honestly. I've never really found these anything but an obligation. There's like a natural sort of excitement that you get when it comes to accomplishing something, but other than that, it's not really a highlight. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. These fucking planes! No! Okay. We're good. For just a couple more seconds. Nope, we're dead. We don't have enough time. There's not gonna be a plane that goes by. Okay. Oh my god. Now where are you? If you're the reason. Yes! Oh my god. Holy shit. I did not want to do that again. That was all, that was like a miracle. No, I don't want to do that again. Do I still keep my, do I get to keep my, my shit? Come on. Okay, thank God. Thank God. I would have been extremely upset. But I'm glad I got that out of the way. Whoops. I'm not sure which order I'm going to do these levels in. Doesn't really matter. I'm just waiting to get to the really good stuff later on with Dreamweavers. That is the highlight of this game. One of the highlights of the series, I think. Magic Crafters not so much. Magic Crafters sucks. No, I'm thinking of the other one. Magic Crafters is good. What is the other one? I'm thinking of the one... Damn. Can't remember. Anyway.
Oh, it's you.
Skip. The dark one with all the trees. I hate that one. That's the one I'm thinking of. The only way to kill this guy. Wait for him to turn around. How did this turn into, like, what it became? It's like a sort of rock, paper, scissors thing at this point. And it still is in the first three. I think, yeah, all the first three. I haven't really played past those, but I've seen videos. It's very different. It's very like DeviantArt kind of situation. They try to make it more epic, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just the way they do it seems weird and out of place considering the source material. I think the way that this is presented is nice enough already. Like, this is very atmospheric. This little area down here with the purple water and stuff. It's pretty. Darkness and these little lights and music. The tiles. I love the tiles. They got the little crosswalk bumps all over them. And I appreciate that. Whoops. I do not want to think about getting to the treetops level. Or being in the treetops level, I should say. I don't think that you get anything for doing this, but I like that they included it, lighting those little fires. I have the version with all the remakes, and I thought it was alright. I just, whenever I think about playing this game, this is the one that I go back to in my mind. The version that I played when I was a kid. I would not be playing this right now just for, you know, just for fun, but it seems like a nice, quick, early game for me to, like, kind of get all the kinks out, early on, see what I need to improve in terms of, quality streaming. And I should have a good amount of things to say about this. In theory, not necessarily true. But a lot of other games, like if I was playing something blind, I would have almost nothing to say about it. And that's a problem when I have to make up everything on the spot. Am I missing gems? I'm missing 2 gems, or maybe 1 green gem. Green gems are the worst ones to look for in a green area like this. It might be back on that platform that where I unlocked the treasure chest. Or maybe it's around here and I never even... Come on. Interesting. Oh, it's up here. How did I miss this? I was just too eager to get past that dragon, I guess. Oh, you know what? I have a little thing for this. Let me see if it still works. Or if I still even have it. $100. Oh, here it is. Where'd it go? There it is. It's off center now. Let me fix that. 100%. There we go. Just to show that this is a 100% run. I used to look at streams or videos on YouTube like this where they had the border and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool, how did they do that? And now I know. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but I did it. I've had that for a while actually. I should, you know, kill these guys all at once so that I don't forget who I've spared. Get all the gems in here. There is some stuff I want to add to this border. Like I want to make, that's my character at the top name. His name is Middleditch. And I call him Mid for short, even though that has become kind of a negative term recently. I want to make him Blink, maybe. Something like that. Maybe some other moving parts around the edge, like, you know, some machinery, like a little heart monitor looking thing would be cool. Just a bunch of like sci-fi or techno bullshit to make it look nicer. Not too busy though, of course. I don't want it to get distracting. I hope my voice is okay in terms of comparison to the audio. Hope I can get all these gems. Yep, I can get all those gems without going in there. Sometimes you just have to jump, which feels counterintuitive because you're a dragon and you're being taught the whole game how to glide and when to glide. Sometimes a glide will hurt you. Okay. Yeah, let me just take care of all the... They're called Norks. Take care of all of them, get all the gems before I do the levels, which is what I usually do, but figured I'd start with some footage of an actual level. Don't care. Moving on. This is the boss level, which I'm not going to do yet, for reasons I've already discussed. So I think this is the last of the gems, excluding the few on that little ridge back there, which I'm about to go get. Believe it or not, this is one of the hardest glides for me. But I still managed to get it because of experience. Can you... Thank you. So I am missing some gems still, and I killed this guy for sure, I remember that. That's proof, the little soul nuggets. I don't know what those are. No, I didn't kill him. I only got one of... Nope. That's extremely bizarre. The gems in the middle of his death situation. I thought this was a door. Is that only in the remake? I feel like I've been gaslit. But yeah, there was a gem like in the middle of his little sequence that doesn't seem logical. But oh well, not everything in life is, and that's a hard lesson for some people, including myself. A lot of hard lessons. Jeez, where is the last of this stuff? It's not in the mouth of that dragon statue, is it? There's one. There's like one left. It's not in the mouth of the dragon. Jeez. This is gonna be a lot of it. This is gonna be a lot of the playthrough. When I put this on YouTube, eventually it'll be cut out. If I can find a free video editing program at all, because whatever happened to Windows Movie Maker? Are we not allowed to have that anymore? Is that not for the people? I don't know what they have now because I haven't bothered to look into it. But I've been trying I've been trying to find something like an old version of Windows Movie Maker maybe, where I can just, you know, anything to edit videos, just like some simple program to edit videos that's free or very cheap. And stupid Sony wants $200 for Vegas Pro. Or, I don't even know if it's Pro. That's basically unacceptable. Like, I can't pay $200 for software. I guess the idea is, like, I mean, I'm sure it costs a lot to employ the people who develop the software, and there's like a smaller base of people who are going to end up purchasing it compared to like a video game. But it still seems unusual to charge $200 for a piece of software. But what do I know? I'm not a software developer. I'm sure it's totally reasonable for the devs. I like the stylization in this. I don't remember what it looks like in the remake. But I don't want to bring up the remake every 32 seconds. That was a nice little efficient fire blast. This is one of the most annoying areas in the game to get all the gems. Like, I assumed I would have cleared that place out, but apparently not. Let me get this guy. You gotta go over all these little hills, because there's always gonna be gems hiding behind some of them. Don't care. Moving on. That's a nice little show don't tell kind of situation there. They show you that you can get over there without telling you by putting some gems. It's good game design. I'm going slowly here because I don't want to miss anything. So I'm trying to make it only one pass. And I'll deal with this Eggman maybe if it's a convenient situation to do so. These Eggmen used to give me so much trouble when I was a kid, before I realized that you could, you know, cut corners that they don't. And sometimes at this point I outrun them. And that's a problem too. It's a different kind of problem. Alright, I think I've surveyed for the oh, well, that's a third kind of problem. Running off the edge of the geometry. But But yeah, I think there's no more gems to be found up there. So I will have no distractions in my pursuit of this little guy. In theory. If I can find him, I have found him. This hill wants me to go down there real bad. I wish that there was some kind of reward for getting all the eggs. I don't think there is one. There is in the second one. I think. I don't remember. Too much pressure to remember. I remember the third one was egg-centric. Egg-centric, not eccentric. So now I got this other side of the hill here. After I get all the stuff on this... I don't even know what to call this. This area of the castle. I'll just describe it. Now I have to look to see if I'm missing any gems around here too. Hello, Holy Warrior. Nothing much. Just playing some Spyro. Trying to get 100%. Well, I intend to get 100%. I almost never play this game without doing that at this point. But, I don't know why I feel like I'm expecting to see another egg thief around here. I'm mostly just looking for gems now. Because I remember there's annoying little pockets near the wall. Did I just end up... No, this is different. This is a different side. There's a whole bunch of little, hidden stuff in this game. So you wouldn't know on the first playthrough. Now this is a place I cleared out already. Here we go, some new stuff. But I don't need to go in that, fountain. Not fountain, what's the word? Well. I don't need to go in the well yet. Until I get the key on the beach. And get this guy, Lindar. I wish that there was a way to remap the controls so that I could control the camera with the right thumbstick. I don't remember if that happens in the remake or not. I'm sure it does because I know people are used to that at this point. Whoops. Dragon. Dragons. I don't remember how I figured this out. Probably just a bunch of trial and error because I didn't really have a guide back then. So I got the key and now I'm gonna go open the chest in the well. If I can remember the word well. And hopefully, if all has gone well, I won't have to go looking for any more gems. There's Gavin, who exists. Everything looks so satisfying in this game. Come on, please. 3. So there's 3 gems I need to find somewhere, and this is not gonna be very fun tracking them down. in this level of all levels. Okay, I did this. That's good. Let me look around here. Got everything in here. Just kind of trying to narrow down the possibilities. Got everything on the beach, I remember that. This is what happens when you try to do 100% on a collectathon without like some kind of path written up. Three gems. Which means it's going to be 3 red gems, which is going to be a lot easier to find. Or 1 red gem and 1 green gem, which is going to be a lot harder to find. Nothing up here on this. I think it's called a parapet. Nope, I don't want you yet. Right over here. This is not a gap, that's part of the fence. Let's run along the edge of the fence. Thought for sure I did like a whole like walking tour of this area. This is not good content. Searching for gems. Let's see. Okay, I did another loop. And let me check the other side of the castle. Not much of a castle, to be honest. We got someone trying to scam me in my chat. Here they are. Here's the gems. Perfect. Now we're out of here. Alright. What's next? There's not... Let me check my... Well, I don't need to check my my guidebook because I don't have all the stuff unlocked. Oh, there's the town square. That's what's next. Town square time. Trying to get through this as soon as possible. See the really cool stuff. Whoops. Are they supposed to look like rubber chickens? They make sounds like chickens, so I never really questioned whether they were chickens or not. But they don't look like healthy chickens. So I thought either they were without feathers? Well, no, that's all I thought when I was a kid. I just thought they didn't have any feathers for some reason. But now looking at them again, I feel like they might be supposed to look like rubber chickens. I'm glad they got rid of these. Those chests are just annoying when they line up a bunch of them in a row and you have to flame each and every one of them in sequence. Devlin. Nope. No, oh, well, I might as well, I guess. No harm in saving. I saw this thing the other day where it was like a glitch to jump you up into the horizon so you could walk around on the purple like the purple hills on the edge of the map, which I always thought were like part of the like the scenery, and not really anything that you could interact with. But apparently they aren't part of the scenery. Alright, let me see here. No, they... okay. I guess they look like regular chickens in the cartoon world. They're not too weird. I never noticed the little feathers at the edge of their wings. So I guess that was the source of the confusion. Sorry, Alvar. Whoops. But yeah, the glitch involved doing that, getting hit by one of those bulls. It's a little crazy that they expect you to do that. Well, I guess they don't expect you to do that because the end of the game, the end of the level is technically like right there. I could have left if I didn't want all these gems. There's a lot of that kind of stuff in this first game. This guy is annoying to chase, especially compared to the guy in the hill level. This is hills with a lot of little islands, which is 2 times as annoying. Thor?
Thank you for
Thor the Dark World has some pretty, I guess, controversial opinions about the Thor series. Oh, I got 100%, but I still need to get the egg guy. Yeah, I think the first Thor is kind of underrated. I really like the second one. I don't like the third one. And I think the fourth one is the best in the series. Which I think is the opposite of a lot of people's opinions on that. Not that I am trying to make it the opposite, it just ended up that way. When I was in like high school, I used to put a lot of emphasis on like, is something... Basically, I watched a lot of Nostalgia Critic shit, and I thought that that was important, what he was talking about, more so than, you know, if the movie actually felt fun to watch. And the fourth Thor movie, which is, you know, kind of difficult to say, was pretty fun for me to watch. There's a lot of stuff in there that I liked. I did not like the humor in the third one, and I felt like they toned it down just enough to make it satisfying. Yeah, I think that ended up alienating a lot of the people who liked the third one, which was probably the largest audience for a Thor movie in the franchise, which is probably why Taika Waititi doesn't want to do that anymore, supposedly. I don't know, I mean, I have a similar kind of opinion on the Ant-Man's. I don't really even remember the second one. I think the second one I remember being better than the first one, because the first one feels a little bit too silly, and not just because it has a lot of humor, and I don't care that it has a lot of humor. I don't mind humor in a superhero movie. It just felt like it was filmed like a comedy. Like the lighting and everything. Why is this guy not dying? Yeah. I do like Ant-Man as a character, and I'm glad he got a movie that I like better. Ant-Man 3. And it had a lot of interesting, now that I'm on the topic of Ant-Man 3, it had a lot of interesting character designs aside from Ant-Man. And I hope they find a way to bring those characters back. These dogs have given me trouble in the past as well. But I have since developed the strategy. Even before I played Dark Souls, but Dark Souls definitely helped the strategy. I didn't used to like dodge as much, but yeah, that's a good thing to do in these games. And yeah, I mean, I think people mostly just use the charge to attack, but you can use it to run away too. I think if you kill him, no, I think there's a gate out like every other place, but let me go back and do this first anyway. Because I want to do things semi in order. I don't want to have to backtrack more than necessary. This is kind of a problem charging on this little ledge here. It would be nice if there was just like a little head bash, but I guess you can if you're careful. I think it still registers as a charge, no matter how small it is. Like if you're lined up right against the... I don't know, it didn't treat that like a charge, but whatever. It's not a good test. I think even the last time I played this level, I had trouble with the dogs and the stuff. That's a lot more eloquent. The stuff. There's 3 in this one. And now there's 1. Oh, he's dead already. I didn't even notice. That's how good I am, I guess. That wasn't real. That wasn't genuine narcissism or whatever. I was being sarcastic. I love seeing that nice even number. 1,000. Which is part of the reason why I can't just run through this game without getting everything. What else is there in this area? I guess I got it all. I think... Nope, that's where I go to Town Square. I need to go to the Balloonist, which is this way. I don't remember, are they all different Balloonists? Or is it just one guy? Because I think... Yep, that's Marco. Peacekeepers. Peacekeepers also sucks. But I will go there, because I have no choice. I got myself some nice Indian food today. So I was feeling good and bad in the way that Indian food does to you. Bad mostly because I ate too much. And, you know, it's kind of like a roll of the dice. When you say very spicy, they could interpret that as, you know, American very spicy, or they could interpret that as Indian very spicy. And today I got Indian very spicy, which was truthfully spicy, which I appreciate, but I wasn't prepared for it. So I might need to get some Tums at some point. But otherwise, I will be fine. There's all kinds of little over-the-counter medicines you can get to keep your body from having gastrointestinal issues, which I appreciate. If I had to have a top 5, it would be Lactaid, Pepto, Tums, and some others. I don't actually have that many in mind. But those are the MVPs of keeping me out of the bathroom. Magnus. Whoa! Ice Cavern is... I always forget Ice Cavern is this early on in the game. I like this, where you can use the cannons, and then they give it a secondary function, and all that. That's fun. But you wouldn't expect it to work against this, because it's like right up on it. I think you can. Maybe I need to go to the other side of the river, but I seem to remember this working. Yep. It does. Make sure there's nobody hiding in these really tall tents. Basically just like changing booths because there's no space for anything else. I think after I beat this game on stream, I won't play it for like 6 more years, because like I've played it so many times. I do want to start getting into like playing games that are totally new to me. I haven't done that too much in the last few years. It's always great to find new stuff that you love, but it feels so rare to me. Got that guy with a charge shot, which is always nice. Did I get the key? Nope. I was waiting for the little icon to show up at the bottom right. Gunner. And now I'm gonna find the chest for this key, which is a horrible joke, and I immediately regret. Yep, there it is. Here I go. These. One more gem, or 99 more wait, no. 101 more gems would be the other option. I don't think it's 1, because I opened those chests with the cannon. I don't think I ever went back and got the gems from that. But I could be entirely incorrect. Here we go again. This is gonna be a theme, but I'm gonna try not to harp on it. Let's see. And what can I talk about while I'm looking for this one gem that I need? Not too much new is going on other than this itself. Streaming. I guess I could talk about how that came to be. I started streaming... Well, I started streaming a long time ago, like 2 years ago or more, because I wanted I think it was also for the same reason, but I just kind of gave up at the time. This time I'm not gonna... I'm a lot more motivated. But the first time it was like, I want to draw my comic and advertise it at the same time. And I don't know why I gave up, but that's what I'm doing here still. I realize that it's maybe not the best to advertise a comic by showing it first, because a lot of people are going to be like, oh, he's just drawing, which isn't the most exciting for everyone. Not even artists. Okay, where the hell is this last gem? But yeah, I mean, if I play some video games that I'm familiar with, or I love, and I have something to say about them, and, you know, they kind of show that I'm not as boring as the tone of my voice might suggest, then, maybe that'll win people over. At least that's what I'm hoping. I think this is... Oh, Lord. Come on. I have to kill some of these... What are they? Jackrabbits? Hares, wild hares. I think the only place that I have yet to look is up there on that ridge again. I don't look to the right when I'm over here very often, so maybe that's another place I can look. Nope. Let's do this. I really hope it's in here, because I don't know, like, I don't really have a plan B. Other than to just, like, move on to the next level and hope I can find it when I get back. Oh, thank God. That's 100% for this level. Let's do this one first. Get it out of the way. Dry Canyon. The most fun one can possibly have. Actually, this is one of my, one of the more pleasant levels in this world, in my opinion. I don't like the other one. I can't even remember what it looks like right now, but I remember I don't like it. It's the one that I assumed that this wouldn't be. That's an interesting touch I didn't know about or notice. When I charged into that guy's bullet, it didn't hurt me. I remember that being a mechanic. There we go. Got him. Get some more of this. If my flames will hurt them. And then I think I've gotten everything in that section. Get this guy. Conan. Conan, which Conan? Based on the voice, I think it's the TV show host. The talk show host version of Conan. Conan seems like an interesting comic book character, though. I don't know if he's originally like a pulp novel, and then he became a comic character. I don't have enough Conan knowledge. But there is some cool stuff back there, like Frank Frazetta drawing stuff in the 70s and such, which I was more, I wish I was more into. Like, I tried to read some Conan, but there was a period in my life where I was like, if it's not like One Piece, then I can't really enjoy it, which is probably ridiculous to most people. But I do need, like, there are some things, this is the reason why I started making my comic. There's not enough stuff that's fun in the way that One Piece is fun, where it's like, here's all the good guys, here's all the bad guys, and here's the way that they fight each other, and they've each got their own like little quirks to each other. And I haven't really found anything that fits that quite yet. I like the way the Chimera Ant arc in Hunter x Hunter works out. That's sort of similar. But it's not exactly what I'm looking for, necessarily. But yeah, so I decided I should just make what I'm looking for. Like, even as much as I love One Piece, I noticed there were a lot of things that needed revisions or changes. Like, the characters are pretty flat. So I wanted to give the characters a little bit more humanity and depth. And so I did that. And I guess this is a spoiler-ish kind of thing, just about the power-ups. I'll be vague. I was hoping power-ups would not be a thing. I was hoping, one character stealing the show would not be a thing. Based on the first half of One Piece, it wasn't. And then the second half, they're like, no, we're going to do that. We're going to be Dragon Ball Z now. And I've been really disappointed ever since, like, Dressrosa. Basically everything in post-time skip that isn't Dressrosa. And even Dressrosa itself was, like, dragged out, like, painfully. It was, I mean, I guess this is a problem more of the way that they release the episodes. Like, they could do it in seasons and it wouldn't have this problem of pacing. But 150 episodes for one story arc, that's a little too much, even for me. And I'm kind of obsessed with, like, context and backstory for things. Like, I need something to have good reasons, things that, like, connect to each other, for me to get involved and invested in, like, the kind of things that are happening. Like, why are they fighting? I don't want it to just be like, oh, you're in my way, you're in the way of the, me getting the orb. Or I'm the bad guy, I'm on the bad guy team, so I'm going to win, and your power-up is not enough to beat me. But oh no, it actually is. I do like power-ups, though. I like Digimon. I like the way Digimon handles power-ups a lot more. But I think even that could be improved on. So I've got it so that the more powerful the power-up, the more time you have to wait for it to recharge, like talking like hours and hours. So you can't just go back into it no matter what you want. And they've all got, like, different Ben 10-esque advantages and disadvantages to them. It's not just, oh, my hair is gold now my hair is blue, now my hair is red, and I'm stronger. Which is something that I don't like about Dragon Ball Z, and by extension a lot of shonen stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if what I'm describing is just, like, seinen, like, more mature sort of shonen sort of style stories. I don't know. But that's what I want to see. And that C.S. Lewis quote, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like, if you can't find the story that you want to read, you have to write it. That's the kind of thing that I'm thinking about. And I've been doing it for 6 years, so I obviously want to keep going. I love it. Anyway, let's go back to Spyro the Dragon. Spyro the Dragon. He's a wacky little character. Or as my friend said one time, that Spyro sure is wily. Can't remember. I think he said when I asked him about it, he doesn't even remember saying that, which is pretty funny. It's a funny thing to forget you said. But yes. How many more gems am I needing? What is happening? Okay, how many more gems do I need? I need 41 gems. 41 gems. I think I know where they are. And it's pretty far away, despite this being like a PS1 game with some small environments. Not as far away as I thought because I missed the entrance. Whoa, don't fall off the edge. Don't cause more problems for yourself than you need to. God, the music in this game is so good though. It's very unique. I don't think I've ever heard anything else like it other than the Amanda Show theme. Which is a weird thing to say, but it's true, because it's the same. I think they reused like a whole song for the outro to the Amanda Show. Yes, hello. I am playing Spyro. Or Spyro. Agnew. 100%. And it's fun. Please let that be the last of it. Thank Christ. Let me go to the end of the... Actually, you know what? Let me just take the shortcut. Well, no, there's a different thing that I was thinking of. I was thinking of a different method to get out. I think people just say exit level. Must have been a different game I was thinking. Because you don't actually have to get to the exit level gate in order to exit level. Alright, next in line. Clifftown. Yeah. The second comment is a spam bot. I don't really feel like he's gonna show up again, so I don't feel the need to block him or anything, but that is pretty funny. Right away. Yes, it is quite cringe. But I'm not, I'm not upset with it. At least he's not like trying to steal my credit card information or something. Go to Doge. No, I'm not even gonna say it, but Doge. Alright. I think you get a gem when you flame these pots. I don't know how they expected people to know that, but I guess it's, content. Content. Which is a word I do not like. But it's, it's hard to figure out what else to describe a lot of things by. But calling everything content is definitely a problem, like, that it homogenizes things and makes them a lot less, it like takes away all their identity and makes them just a variable. It's like paste. It's like calling all food nourishment. Like, as if it's an astronaut paste. That's the way that my brain was going with that. Although I do appreciate very simple food. This is probably one of the fastest levels to get everything in. And it's got the fewest, like... is that even grammatically correct, fewest? I think so. Like, fewest places for shit to hide from you, gems-wise. And yet, I'm sure I'm gonna miss so much before I leave anyway.
How's a dragon
Oh,
supposed
thank
to
you for
build
telling me.
enough armor
Am I that quiet?
Remember, Spyro, flame won't
Let
harm
me
you.
bring my mic closer.
Charging with your horns. That should do the trick.
Is this better? I brought my mic closer. Is the music in the game, maybe if I turn the music in the game down down a little bit, that might help. Let me turn down the music in the game. Is that better? Oh, the game's audio is already low? Bring it back up a little bit then. Okay. Only when I respond to people does my voice crack, apparently. But it's good to see you out here. Thank you for showing up. It's nice to see someone hanging around. But I can't allow that to let me stop thinking of things to say. Oh, fuck. Because I do want to upload this to YouTube at some point. I want it to be at least somewhat watchable for people in the future. Oh, the demo disc. I remember the demo discs. I don't remember what games I had on demo discs, though. I remember there was like a PlayStation magazine that had an ad for a game called Kingsley's Quest. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Who is? I remember who it was in The Lord of the Rings, I believe. Wait. No, I don't. I guess I don't. I know that's a phrase from the Lord of the Rings series. Is there any reason you brought that up? But anyway. Yeah, there was a game in, like, a PlayStation magazine advertised as Kingsley's Quest. And I always wanted to play that when I was a kid. And I looked it up semi-recently, and apparently they changed the name before releasing it to something like Kingsley's Adventure. And I played a little bit of it. I wasn't really into it, but maybe if I tried it again, I would enjoy it more. Maybe I'll do that on stream one day. This is a good opportunity for me to revisit a lot of things that I thought might be good. A Mario Kart Double Dash bonus disc, like of Mario Kart Double Dash or in Mario Kart Double Dash? Because I remember I had Mario Kart Double Dash, but I don't remember any kind of bonus disc in there, so. I loved that game. I remember the weird guy who suggested it to me at Walmart when I got it all those years ago. He was a weird man. And I guess that's an interesting way that you can have an influence on someone, is if you sell them a video game that you end up liking a lot. They will remember you. I remember the guy who sold me one of my PS4 controllers. I remember his name and where he worked. One of the GameCube discs I had a lot of, well, I didn't have a lot of trouble tracking it down, but I probably would now. That the Game Boy Player disc, which is worth it. I think, well, it used to be worth it. Now I can just use an emulator, but I used to like obsess over the idea of playing handheld games on the TV and switching between the two. So now that I have a Switch and a Steam Deck, I feel like my life is like complete in that sense. There's not much left to want for in that world. Oh, you lost your Game Boy Player disc? It's weird that it requires one, honestly. I feel like the little base that it comes with should do all the work. Like, isn't it possible to like keep software in that? I feel like that should be, you know, all together. GameCube can't run anything unless it's reading a disc. Interesting. Oh, I got it. Okay, I don't have to deal with that. GameCube was... I don't know if I'm like hesitating to say it was like the best console ever made, but it's definitely way, way, way up there. Top 3. If we're not, you know, if we're talking about games and like vibes on their own, as opposed to like the functionality or graphics. I love the fucking GameCube vibe, the music, the sound font. Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff from the GameCube. And you know, it's weird. It's like when you look up the PS5 and the Xbox One or Series X, even the Xbox One. Honestly, if you go and look up a list and you try to find like what games you need an Xbox One or a PS5 to play, there's less than like 5. Yeah, I haven't played many of the Mega Man games, but that's not because I didn't want to. I just never really... It was never really a priority for me. But the Sonic... I love the art in the Sonic Mega Collection. That era of Sonic stuff had some of my favorite Sonic art. I love that color of blue and the way they have his character posed and everything back then. Somehow it like really struck a chord with me. Where the hell are the rest of these gems? I remember I broke open a thing. I need 27. The only Mega Man game I really played was Legends 2. That's the game that I played a lot. I didn't even know Mega Man 8 has a Saturn port. I don't know anything about the Saturn because when I looked into it, I was in a phase of like collecting all these old consoles and games. I looked into the Saturn, and my rule was like, if you can't find more than like 10 games that you want for the console, then don't even bother getting it. And I was like more into RPGs and stuff like that than anything else, and it didn't really have anything like that for me, which is what I was really looking for. RPGs and platformers. There were a few platformers, but it seemed like it was mostly like shoot-em-ups and fighting games, which I don't really care for. Oh, there's stuff up here. I do like how back in the day, there were differences between games depending on which system you had the game for. Especially back in like the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo era. And like there were Game Boy ports of things and stuff like that. Now everything is exactly the same. Which in a way I appreciate, but in another way it's like, I feel like we're missing out on something. Because, like, it stunts people's creativity. Yeah, in the PS3, Xbox 360 era, there were a bunch of games that they, like, because the PS2 was still around, they like, downgraded stuff for the PS2 and the Wii. And there were a lot of, like, rail shooters, which I don't like rail shooters, but, you know, I'm sure someone was happy about that. Yeah, that is interesting. That was, like, the last classic era, I think. I don't think we're getting any of that kind of stuff back. I don't count the 3DS port of some games, like Sonic games have different bosses. Yeah, the 3DS is... I didn't pay much attention to it, that time period. I was mostly looking for PS Vita games around that time, which was a challenge. I don't remember why I got the Vita, but the Vita would have been really cool at the time. The Vita would have been what I use, like, the Switch and Steam Deck for if they really cared about it and didn't, you know, totally abandon it, give it like 3 games and then forget it existed.
A word of caution, little one.
3DS had a lot of good stuff, though. It was actually shockingly impressive with the graphics sometimes. Like the Resident Evil, I want to call it Origins. I know it's not Origins. But there was like 2 Resident Evil games on the 3DS, I think, that looked really good. They might have been on the Wii U as well. Speaking of the Wii U, what the hell was that all about? They said never mind in like 3 years. They made like 5 games for it and they were like, never mind. Revelations, was that what it was called? I just remember there was like a female protagonist, and I played it a little bit on the Wii U, I think. I think I had a free demo on the Wii U or 3DS. There was a Resident Evil 1 port on the regular DS. I did not know about that, but that, I mean, I'm not too surprised about that, because it was, you know, a PlayStation game. They had a Super Mario 64 on the regular DS, which had a few little graphical upgrades, even. It's interesting that they used to, like, put more stuff in when they remade games. Like, now they're like, let's take some stuff out. I mean, like, I get that they take a lot longer to make games now, and they don't give people as long because of crunch and stuff. Re-recorded lines for Richard because the audio from the original would mess up. I'm not as familiar with Resident Evil 1. Maybe I'll play that on stream someday soon. Oh, they were touch mini games. That's okay. That does not entice me. I can't remember what show it was from, but there was this quote that was like, "Yeah, that's not sweet deal." It might have been like Seinfeld. I don't remember. But yeah, touch mini games. All the gimmicks with the Wii and the DS were like really worrying for the future of video games for me.
Thank you.
Like, I don't want to do this in the future. I'm really glad the Switch is just like, here's video games, but you can play them outside. Five-finger guillotine. Oh, okay. Is that the name of the game that they play, like in Red Dead Redemption and stuff? And there was like some kind of similar thing in early Yu-Gi-Oh! Except it was like a stack of money on top of their hand. I was gonna say I wish that they would do like early Yu-Gi-Oh! As its own series, but then I remembered Kaiji exists, which is basically the same thing. And I know it's awesome, which is why I need them to make Season 3 Or I need to like start reading the manga. Kaiji is so cool. I can never get anyone to watch it. I'm not good at promoting things, I guess. I've like ever since I saw it for the first time, I've been trying to promote Gash Bell. It was called Zatch Bell in the States, but no one will listen to me. I think they did like a sequel in the manga for Gash Bell, and I think I remember hearing something about them announcing a remake of the show, which I would love. I've not read any of the new Gash Bell yet. I am, slacking on that for some reason. And I also want to catch up on that JoJo Part 4 spin-off with I think it was Rohan, which seems cool as well. Kanchime. Oh my god, there's the guys from the original series come back. I thought that they kind of made it so that no, I'm talking about Crazy Diamond Demonic Heartbreak or something crazy like that. But yeah, I really need to read the new Gash Bell. Like, how many chapters are out right now? Oh, I really don't like spoilers, so thank you. Oh no. Yeah, I need to know. I need to read this stuff now. But how many chapters do you know are out right now? 15. Okay, that's a good amount. That's a lot more than I have. So yeah, maybe I'll check it out. Give the guy a bit of a break. The kind of break that I expect from other people. Oh shit! I died. Interesting. Yeah. Gash Bell is one of my favorites. That no one else likes. I end up liking a lot of shit that no one else cares about, and it's frustrating because I don't have the kind of reach or power to get people up into it other than myself. Like Gash Bell, there's Kongo Bancho, which is the guy who made Seven Deadly Sins. He made a manga before that, which I love. And no one else has ever heard of it. But it's like perfect shonen condensed. 10 chapters I can work with. That's fine. Is it monthly or weekly? Do you know? For the Gash Bell series. If it's monthly, I might wait a little bit longer. But, Claymore. Claymore's another one I like that no one else likes. Oh my god, monthly. Okay. Yeah, I'll wait a little bit longer. But totally understandable at the same time. Yeah, JoJo Part 9 I'm not even going to touch yet. That's going to have to wait. One chapter at a time for monthly. I can't. Because I know I'm going to fall off within, like, 1 or 2 chapters. Because that's what I always do, and I wish I didn't, but I know myself well enough that I know that's what's going to happen anyway, so I might as well wait a bit. I need to finish. There's a lot of stuff I need to finish, like I said, Claymore. I got to the part where there's a time skip, and then I stopped. I bought most of the manga. I don't remember. Did I buy all of it? I think I might have bought all of it and just didn't finish reading it. It's so cool that JoJo Part 9 is out though, because it was a long wait, and it's my first time being with JoJo that I've had to wait for a new part. I know, because like when I was reading Part 7, I think, the Steel Ball Run, I was like, even when it was all like collected there before me, I was like, man, I feel like there's a point that's taking a while to get to. So not having the ability to, blast through it um, is going to be a problem for me. There were a bunch of hiatuses in JoJo Lion. I was not familiar. Oh shit. Oh my god, I can't believe I died again. I don't know who Kei Nijimura is. Is that someone who worked on it? Or someone who is a character? Come on, give me... Oh, as a character in Part 8. I still haven't gotten past a certain point in Part 7. I can't even remember where I was. I remember there was a dude in Part 7 who was like walking on top of raindrops or something. It's a good lesson for me because like it's a little bit frustrating for me when I don't know why a character is able to do the thing that they are, and when it doesn't feel like I can be confident that I will be told why they can like walk on raindrops or whatever, or if that's even what they're doing, then I'm like, it takes me out of it. So I'm gonna try to make that a little bit more clear in my story, or at least make it more make it so that people are more likely to trust that I will tell them at some point. Interesting. The stand only works when it's raining. That's a very specific stand. I do like how it's like there's a bunch of stuff even from Part 6 that carries over kind of into Part 7. It's very similar. Like the guy who can like move his body parts through rope came just after the part where the protagonist is like string related. Yeah, I expect things in JoJo to be really broken. I have like 22 more and no way. Wait a sec, let me see that. Okay, okay, there's a dragon that I have to collect. So there's like a whole area that I have to go to. Oh, you can warp through the rain. That's interesting. I love cool powers like that. It's so difficult to come up with interesting powers that aren't just like a million little steps and like qualifications and things like that. It's difficult. Oh yeah, that is OP. It's a lot like as I was saying, like there's a bunch of stuff that feels like it's taken and transformed from Part 6. Maybe this is more like, you know, what he wanted. Closer to what he wanted. Like, that sounds like Weather Report from Part 6. Very similar. Where the hell is the gems? This is not great. Come on. When you say biggest leap in abilities, what do you mean by that? Like the power got bigger? I still do want to get back into reading just manga in general, not just JoJo. There's so much cool stuff out there that doesn't get animated, or won't be animated for a very long time, even if it's like kind of a given that it will be eventually. A non-humanoid stand. Interesting. Oh, so they showed... I'm used to, at this point, not showing the stands for, like, a while because of Part 7. But I appreciate that they show it, like, right away in Part 9. Oh, that's really efficient. It's good that they get that out of the way so early. Man, I feel dumb. I found this stuff. I was so distracted. Yeah, stands... It takes a while for people to get them and show them off. And really explain why they work the way they do in most parts of JoJo. Okay, there's all the gems, and here's the last dragon. I feel like I got a Ragnar already. Yeah, I have no idea what to expect with Part 9. Especially considering I've never even started Part 8. But I'm sure it'll be interesting. I'm interested to see, like, all the post Part 6 parts get adapted. People are very afraid of the potential CGI horses, but I don't really mind. Like, they made, not them specifically, but what's that show called? Dorohedoro. Looks pretty good. Like, half the time when I was watching Dorohedoro, I was not bothered at all by the CGI. Like, if they can make it look like that and not modern Berserk, then I'll be satisfied. That's all I really need. Oh shit. Oh my god. I'm actually getting fucked up a little bit here. Oh, and I died. That was a skill death. That wasn't like a distraction death. That was like a... I just got... I failed. Yeah, I'm generally, like, against CGI in anime. But they did a really good job with Dorohedoro. And I really hope they continue with it someday, and not in the distant future. I haven't seen Chainsaw Man, and I haven't read it. I feel like I was a little bit stubborn because of that. Orange, is that another studio? I guess that's the studio that did Chainsaw Man. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, ever since when I was a kid and I saw Zoids, I was like, no, CGI anime is not really for me. But I can, you know, I guess, be convinced otherwise. I never actually watched Zoids. The art style turned me off too much. I do remember I watched a decent amount of the SD Gundam when that was around, when I was waiting for Dragon Ball. I don't remember if that was Toonami. I think it was Toonami. I don't think it was Adult Swim. But that was a good era. I remember I would get VHS tapes and record all that stuff off the TV. I've got to have those tapes somewhere if they haven't been taped over. I really hope they haven't because I would love to see that again. All the commercials and everything. That's another thing that I've been trying to replicate, or I was a few months ago, which is old TV channels. I downloaded a bunch of like old Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network shows, and I tried to make like a playlist that would replicate a day where those shows aired, but it was hard to find, like, you know, a TV guide, scan or whatever, and all this stuff was like different aspect ratios and different qualities, and you know, there's still like TV bugs on the corners, and you know, it was just wasn't as ideal as I would have liked. Also, the commercials, I would have had to edit those in like very specifically, so it would have had to just be like a really long video, or edit a whole bunch of different little commercial blocks and then put those in the playlist. Toonami AMVs. I don't remember them having like specific AMVs. I remember people making AMVs on YouTube back in the day. I remember before YouTube. Oh God, I hate this guy. I went to this website called DBZ Warriors or something like that, and there was a guy who made a bunch of like. There was like a bunch of Dragon Ball Z AMVs there, and they got me into a lot of different bands. And I still go back and look at those every now and then. That's some good shit. It gets me hyped up, honestly. It makes me be like inspired to do my own stuff, because someday someone might appreciate my story and characters enough to you know, put music behind their stories or whatever. What's left here? Nope, not quit the game. Inventory. I got one left, and it's the stupid flying level. I just know it. But I think this level is easier than the first one because I'm supposed to know that it exists. Oh, those bumpers, yeah, the Toonami bumpers were really nice. I love those too. Why can't creativity come back? It really feels like creativity is mostly dead. Either that or it's like, you know, not a ripoff, but like inspired heavily by things that already existed before it. I gotta kind of concentrate here. Okay. Come on. Hell yeah. Yeah, I always think back to the, no, I do not want to try again. I always think back to that image that I saw that was like a graph showing all the color, like in cars. No, just in photographs. It was like, yeah, first try. I got the first try on the other one too, but it was like a total miracle. Whenever I posted on YouTube, or I guess later, you could look at the VOD or whatever if you want to. It was like 1 second away from failure. Oh yeah, Magic Crafters. Here's the good stuff. Yeah, that graph that I saw where it's like compiling all the colors in photographs, and it was just like all converging on gray and black. Oh my god, my voice. Gray and black and white. And then there was some like red and blue. Which, to be fair, is like, those are the only kind of shirts that I feel comfortable wearing. I don't know what you're saying, Holy Warrior. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
Welcome to Mad.
But yeah, I mean, it's sad. Like, even like McDonald's feels like a dystopian sort of facility, as opposed to a nice place to. I don't know. It shouldn't. I guess it shouldn't feel good to eat at McDonald's. It shouldn't. It shouldn't feel nostalgic for a restaurant that kills you. But I do. And there's other fun stuff there. It's not just the stuff that you eat and it kills you. Yeah, there was fun stuff back then. I don't know. Do they even still make toys at McDonald's and Burger King and stuff like that? I have not been, and I've never really had a reason to ask for a Happy Meal in 20 years, so I wouldn't know. Oh, they do. Yeah, I actually, now that you say that, I do remember someone talking about how they suck, and they're like really poorly made these days. So I do remember, but I don't remember the exact specifics about why they suck. But I totally believe it. I love these guys, their weird little designs, and how they've got metal dresses on. And I love, okay, well, I can't say I love these speed ramps, because I don't love what they force you to do with them later on. Oh my god, you're right, that was where I heard it. Oni Plays talked about it. That's where I heard about it. He was trying to collect all the Sonic things and he like wanted the tails. Or something like that. I think he wanted tails and he couldn't get it. And he like knew the number of the number of the toy that it was. And he asked for by number, I think. Which is hilarious. I guess there is a market for people who want the toys but don't want to go through like the process of like going to McDonald's and asking for toys as an adult. Even though, like, you know, no one can prove that you're not bringing that home to a child. Yeah. You know what I need? Speaking of buying things on eBay, I need to find someone who's selling a Dance Dance Revolution pad that doesn't suck. Oh my lord. Yeah, I'm definitely in the market for some, like, 2 decent quality DDR pads. You have a Slim Jim rug? That's interesting. I never think about Slim Jims. I don't think I've had a Slim Jim. Maybe, I mean, I think maybe one time in my life. I just died, god damn it. There's not too many things that I would like, you know, I would want from eBay. Other than, like, the DDR pads. You know, I looked on, like, Amazon and Walmart and stuff, and it was very surprising how little there was in the way of decent non-bootleg bullshit Chinese DDR pads. Interesting. Oh, you said mug. I thought you said rug. I was like, the mug is his head. I was confused, but now I am no longer confused. Yeah, that's interesting. I do like, there are some campaigns. I probably shouldn't feel this way, but there are some advertising campaigns that I miss or appreciate. Did you see that they got rid of the... I think I posted about this on Twitter. They got rid of the apple and the cinnamon mascot from Apple Jacks. Like, they were downgrading them. They took away the cinnamon characters' Jamaican traits, and then they just took away the fact that they were like clay characters at all, and they made them like the kind of 2D art that you would see on like classroom borders that's teaching about numbers and shapes. It's like the biggest downgrade I've ever seen in advertising. They did take away their recognizability. They're very flat and bland now. Which I guess, whatever, they must have done some kind of testing to figure out that that was better. But if they're trying to be like, you know, there's like, there's an idea that like you're not supposed to do things that, like when a food is bad for you, you're not supposed to make it like attractive to children. Yeah, Toucan Sand Bean Mouth. They did that with the Cal Arts sort of style, I guess. But there's a difference between, like, they made it more. God damn it. Yeah, I hear you mocking me. They made it more attractive to young children by changing those, I think. I don't know, I haven't been a child in a long time, so I can't really say for sure, but they do look more friendly to children with this art style than they did with the weird, like, radical 90s art style that they had with the claymation puppet characters. Yep, buy our product. Consume and grow. I'm sure there were some investors that were like, hell yes, this is perfect. I'm in heaven looking at this. But I can't relate to that. Well, there goes me dying from falling again. Okay, not trying that again. I already killed him. I'm gonna wait until he comes down. Oh my god, my voice. Does he not come down? At least if I stand here, yeah, he can't knock me off the edge. Come on, man. Why you gotta be on this stupid ledge? Whatever. Fuck you. I'm coming back here if I am missing any gems. But otherwise, I'm going to assume I got your gem. I should have water next to me when I do these. Or some kind of drink. Probably water or Gatorade. Zane. Let's go do this stuff. I like the character designs of these big fat wizards. Ah. I also think it's funny, especially thought it was really funny when I was a kid, and those wizards like bring you up on their platform with you, and they still laugh as if you weren't just like right there with them. I remember like they don't attack you, so I would spend a few minutes just sitting there with them. Whoop, that was a fuck up. What? Oh, okay. I know where I am. I know why I was brought back here. You know what? Let me go back and try that guy one more time, just to see. Because I am a glutton for punishment. Come on. Okay, I did kill him. But at least that's settled. And I don't have to worry about these stairs this time. There I go. Don't need to worry about these guys. I like how everything in this level moves, and not in the way that it's an accident because of the PS1, but because it's on purpose. Oh my god! Are you serious? Spyro jumps real slow. You really gotta be at like the very end of that animation. Alright. No more distractions. Come on! There we go. You're dead. You're dead. I guess they don't attack you at all. Their only job is to manipulate the environment into killing you. And now I'm going over here. You know, speaking of things on eBay, there was one thing I was looking for kind of recently where I remember when I was a kid, there was like a promotional cereal box for some Rugrats movie, and on the back you could use like red plastic to decode something. And I cannot find that anywhere. I can't even find a picture of it, which is annoying. I want to own that for some weird reason. I keep thinking the triangle button will make me hover like in Spyro 2 and 3. Cereal box. I did get some cereal box toys. I remember I got.
Oh, thank you for releasing.
There was like a spoon, maybe for Pokemon movie 2000 or something when that came out. There was like a Meryl spoon. I think I remember the Star Wars lightsabers. That was definitely in the. That does sound familiar, like in the prequel trilogy stuff. There was a lot of interesting advertising in that era. Like, the first time I learned about apricots, I still don't know how to pronounce it. I remember it was because there was yogurt with Jar Jar Binks on it, and it was apricot flavored. And that was the first time I'd ever seen that word. That was around the era of purple and green ketchup, which is another thing that I wish they would bring back. Just like frivolous bullshit. I would appreciate more frivolous bullshit for purposes of whimsy. Spyro the Dragon. The gem on the stairs. Did I just get it? I think I did. Just quick glimpse back here. I appreciate that none of the fodder things have similar color schemes to any of the gems. They're pretty distinct. But I still find myself wondering, like, for a split second, is that a gem or is that the thing I'm supposed to kill? Trying to think what game I should play after this. The first thing that comes to mind is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I love that fucking game. I haven't played enough of it. It's very good. Not much like it. I tried playing the there's a Bloodstained Curse of the Night or something like that.
Remember that.
I played a little bit of that, but I didn't get very far. I'm not averse to it. I'm probably, oh my god, probably gonna go back and play some more of it. But I'm in a spot where it's like, where are all the healing items? That is something that I remember being in the original Symphony of the Night. And maybe being one of the lesser qualities of that game. I need 20 more. And I know exactly where they are. And it required a little bit of concentration. I'm making myself nervous with these jumps. Alright, I'm out of here. Such nice even numbers. So satisfying. That's also satisfying. Killing them both at once so that they make the same noise at the same time. High caves. Am I going to find myself saying, I don't like every level in this game? Alright. See you later. Thanks for showing up. I will complete the game. I may not do it on this one stream, but I will definitely complete this game 100% on stream. But thanks for showing up. Yes, there are aspects of every single level that I don't like. I think these stupid, whatever they are, I think they're supposed to be like beetles. They are a pain. See you later. Have a good rest of your day.
Hi.
Alright, let me get some of this fodder. I should get some tea. I think the way that oh my god, the way that I'm supposed to kill these big beetles is up here. Yep. Gotta run through here and zap them with fire breath, special fire breath. That only gets used in like 3 levels, I think. And not get fucking hit every single time, because that's embarrassing. I've run out. I need to find more fodder. Oh, there I go, dying. Anyway, whatever. Come on now. Oh, they are so annoying to avoid. I can't really think of a consistent way to kill them. Or not even kill them, to avoid them. They're so fast as well. Come on. Oh yeah, for the rest of them I think you're supposed to use the charge, the sped up charge. I missed. Oh well. I'll get it. I think after this level I'm gonna turn off the stream. Pick it up later. Just because it's getting kind of later on in the day and I want to get some drawing done. Come on, mother. That's something. But I really want the one that's closer to the entrance. Come this way so I can dodge you. Come on now. Got him. I don't know if that's all of them, but I'm going to assume it's all of them until I find later that I'm missing some gems. Oh my god, I missed the flutter move from Spyro 2 and 3. But I guess it's like, you know, confirmation that you don't need it ever in this game. Because of course, it's not in this game. So if you need it in this game, that's gonna be kind of an awkward situation. It feels like there's so much stuff in this level.
Try combining.
Yeah, I think that was Clancy Brown. That would make sense. He was in a lot of stuff back then. He was Cortex from Crash. He was Mr. Krabs from Bob L'Eponge. I think that was the place I was trying to get to earlier, but I could not. Another reason I'm going to probably stop the stream after this is because I could really go for some water right about now. Been talking for 2 hours with no water. That's a recipe for disaster. Damn, there is a lot of stuff in this level. There's got to be at least like 500 gems in this level. Because there's this area, and then I think there's the place with like the spiral mountain hill area. And the pillars that the druids are moving back and forth. Whoops. Jumped the gun. Speaking of gun, this is something that, like, a point of contention that I've heard a lot of sort of recently, where people don't like the idea of James Gunn being in charge of the DC universe for some reason. I don't know where this originated, but like, from what I've seen, he's been nothing but good for superhero movies. I've appreciated pretty much everything James Gunn has done for superhero movies in the last however long. I don't like the humor in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but everything... Oh, there's a second egg in this level? Oh my god, there's a lot. But Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is good in other ways. I like the second Suicide Squad movie. I like Peacemaker. Yeah. Most of the things that he's touched have been good. In terms of movies. I don't know about people. Whether or not that's even a thing. I know I like the Scooby-Doo movies, the live-action ones from the 2000s. I think he was just the writer on those, though. I think there was a different director. I can't remember the name. But those were good. They definitely have his flair to them. Oh, it's this. Yeah, I'm gonna be distracted by the gems all the way through here. Come on. I was bragging so much earlier in the stream about how easy it was for me to kill these guys. That took a decent chunk of forever. How much more do I have in here? 107. 107 gems. They gotta be in that other section of the level. I wish I could make these things drop me early. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh my god. Okay, at least it doesn't kill me. I'm starting to like slur my speech here. I promise I am not... I haven't drank anything, let alone alcohol, so... you can be assured of that. I guess I just have to try a little bit harder to... Oh, there's another bug guy that I have to kill. I was going to say I gotta try a little bit harder to enunciate from here on out. So let me get this last little bug fellow, if I can. He's going to be the hardest one by far because of how far away he is. How deep into the caves he is. I have to remember this pattern. And not hit the wall above him. There is harder speed up ramp stuff in the second one. I'll give it that for sure. Second one has some serious bullshit in it. Like the one that I'm thinking of right now is in the like hills level, the dark level with all the satyrs. Got him. Where you have to like charge through the whole thing. That is a pain. I think I did the most annoying part of this level first, thankfully. I do find it interesting that there's like two paths that you can take. Even though you have to take both in the end, no matter what. I guess you don't have to, but I'm a completionist, so I will. Every single time. Not every single time, actually. A lot of games it doesn't feel like it's worth it. This game it's easy enough where it's like you kind of have to. There's no reason not to because of how easy it is to find everything. It's gonna be weird tomorrow if I show up to work with no voice and I can't train this guy. I'm supposed to be training someone at my job for quite a while. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. What else is there? I thought I got 31. No. Yeah, 31. 31. Where could they be? No, but for real, where the hell could they be? Oh. Are they all here? Please? That's... that is disappointing. But how many more are left? Not too many. 13. I'm definitely glad I'm not a cashier anymore, but the math would be a little bit easier for me these days. I was a cashier when I was like 17 for 2 weeks, maybe? That was not fun whatsoever. I do not thrive in situations like that whatsoever. Alright, come on, man. 13 gems. You know what's good? Pirates of the Caribbean 1, 2, and 3. That's right, I said it. 3. People are afraid they admit. Well, people are afraid to admit that they like the third one. Because it's good. Maybe it doesn't take itself quite as seriously as the first one or the second one. But there's a lot of very good stuff in it. 4 and 5 are their own kind of little thing. It's not, you know, the greatest, but it's elevated by the fact that it's a Pirates of the Caribbean thing with some of the Pirates of the Caribbean characters involved. I definitely appreciate that aspect of it. This is one of the biggest problems with the 100% run of a collectathon, as I've said before. Damn, my voice is turning weird for sure. Nope, not going that way. Didn't even want to really do that. Oh, okay. Here we go. I remember now. Please, let me kill these. Yep. Destroyed the boxes. With no trouble. This one will be more trouble. Please let it be a 5, and it is. And we are officially moving on. Beautiful. Alright. I am saving now. And I'm going to stop playing and stop streaming. Game saved, and she disappeared, which confirms it. Okay, well, thanks for showing up, everyone. It has been cool. I'm going to play some more Spyro next time I get on. And then after this, I don't know. I'll have to think about what I want to do. It shouldn't be that much thinking though, because I got a bunch of options. So, please think about checking out my comic if that's the kind of thing you're into. It's about like aliens and FBI and stuff like that, and it's inspired by shows like One Piece and Hunter x Hunter. It's got like 8.5 chapters right now, and it's free to read on my website, loganstevens.com with a PH. So thank you for showing up.